All right, welcome back. Video number 2 of week number 5. This week, I'm going to talk about something that's very basic, but it's the foundation of any growth that you're going to ever have in life. Ever have in life. And that's called belief. Bam! Belief is so powerful that if you don't believe in you, you're not going to follow through the next step, because you can't base it on what someone else thinks about you, because if you do, then you will never move, because people will identify that and they will hold that against you. They'll make that work against you rather than you have to, in your mind, overcome or go beyond what other people say, do, feel, think, all that good stuff, because it's not about that. It's about what you desire. It's about the life that you want to create. It's about the direction that you want to go. And until you identify that as being important and number one to you, then you can't make the necessary adjustments that will be necessary when you set out on this journey called entrepreneur. Same way with life. If you allow people just to say and do anything and you just keep walking, don't bother, then you're okay. But if every time someone says something and it distracts you, you have to go over there and address that, you back and forth, you'll never get to where you're trying to go. And when you get there, your mind won't be at peace. You won't be a happy camper, so to speak. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go over a quick segment about belief that I'm getting ready to put into a presentation that I'm setting up. And I want you to kind of critique it. Give me some shares and some likes or some even dislikes. I don't care about dislikes. I like those too. Feedback's good to me. I love feedback. I don't look at it as a positive. I don't look at it as a negative. I just look at it as, well, let me see what this person really thinks. And I'll come to your page and I'll analyze you and I'll say, that person don't know what they're talking about. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyway, this is what I believe is so important for you to begin to believe about you, is how important it is to understand how you got your belief. And this is how you did it. And I'm not kidding. You might not believe it before I read this, but once I read it, it'll make so much sense. So, turn up the volume and listen. And it goes like this. Our beliefs become the way we look at the world, the whole world, the way we feel, what we see, what we hear. The beliefs that were installed in us as a child end up being the way we experience everything in life. It's true. Right now, you are all having very different experiences in this world. Watching this video based on the belief system that you have. You are seeing, hearing, feeling, and experiencing the world completely different, solely based on your belief. As T.D. Jakes says, can I go deeper? Because your ability to accomplish, your ability to follow through, your ability to talk to other people, your ability to relate to other people is all based entirely on the belief system that you've been installed with. So let me share with you the way that works. Follow me down this path for a moment. When we are born as a baby, we come into this world with no beliefs. None. We don't believe anything. But based on where that baby lands when it comes into this world, whether it's Africa, the Middle East, the United States, whether it's in a rich neighborhood, in a poor neighborhood, to parents who are positive-minded or parents who are negative or fear-minded, that baby will get a belief system based totally on where he or she is born. Are you still with me? Deepak Chopra, you may have heard that name before, in an interview said that by the time a child is 3 or 4 years old, the neural signature of that child matches the neural signature of the adults that have influenced that child up to that point. And essentially, from that point on, that child will have that neural signature for the rest of their life. Now, think about that for a moment. from the age of 3 or 4 throughout the rest of their life. Now, I must admit, when I began doing research for this presentation, I wasn't exactly sure what a neurosignature was. I had an idea, but wasn't exactly sure. So I wanted to share a short segment about neurosignatures with you today. Neurosignatures are stored in your mind as memories. And every memory carries with it not only the images, sounds, smells, taste, and touch of an event, but also the thoughts and feelings that are associated with that event. It's kind of like taking a software program on a computer and downloading it to a hard drive. And once you do that, once that's been done, the behaviors, the choices, the philosophies, the views, the perspectives from that point on will always be viewed from the prism of that belief system, whatever that belief system was. Now, there are other things that will influence the child's behavior as well. One of the main ways of learning and understanding for a child is imitating or copying what they see. So some other influences would be other adults, their peers, things they're taught in school, because they will learn things in a classroom setting as they're growing up. Now, what I like to do right here is take a short pause and ask you. That's right, I'm talking to you, the person who's viewing this video, to assess who you are and where you are in life, and to look back for a moment on where you landed when you came into this world. Perhaps you can see why you are the way you are a little clearer, and begin to make some changes where you deem appropriate, because that's the way it works here on planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen. And when we know better, we should do better, right? How'd you like that? Give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a share, a like. SpeakerLarry.com